Here is your General Hospital spoilers sneak peek video for Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. Lucas now has the key to where Marco is, so he heads to the warehouse to perform what he expects to be a dramatic rescue. Since Sonny never intended to harm Marco, Lucas should find that his boyfriend is just fine. But what about Sonny and Sidwell? At the PCPD, Turner questions Sidwell about Marco's disappearance. Will Sidwell throw Sonny under the bus? Surely, he can't really be capitulating already. In the interrogation room, Dante questions Sonny. But Sonny tells his son that he really doesn't want to know the answers to these questions. Will Sonny end up behind bars anyway, since he really didn't cover his tracks well? When Portia tells Willow all about Drew's latest blackmail scheme, she expects the young nurse to be horrified by what she hears. Instead, she seems to be on Drew's side and wonders why she can't fight dirty if Michael did. Well, first, Michael didn't fight dirty. Second, Willow actually thinks setting it up to make Michael look like an opioid addict is a good idea. As Liesl told Nina, something is very wrong with her daughter. Nina seems to figure that fact out when she seeks out Drew to discuss Willow's disturbing behavior. Drew is surprised to hear that someone was targeting Daisy, so Sasha hightailed it out of town with the baby. But why would Nina think Drew would even care? Jason returns from dropping Sasha and Daisy off in France and quickly seeks out Carly at the Metro Court pool. He still can't believe that he saw a woman who looked exactly like Britt Westbourne board a plane for Croatia. Carly thinks Jason had to be seeing things because Britt very clearly died with a witness by her side. There is no way she could be alive, because this death wasn't a missing body situation like Jason's two previous deaths. Jason still thinks he's right and is determined to prove it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. General Hospital spoilers. Tease Curtis Ashford is set to tell Willow Tate about the affair Drew Kane and Nina Reeves had, right before she says her I do's. But even with this information, will Willow still go through with the wedding? The cutthroat congressman is slated to marry the nurse during the week of July 21st, 25, and fans know that no wedding in Port Charles ever goes off without a little chaos, so Willow and Drew will likely have their fair share of drama leading up to the nuptials. During this week's GH promo, a scene is shown of Curtis bursting into Willow's bridal suite as she preps for her big day. So all arrows are pointing to the fact that Aurora Media's CEO is going to give Drew a taste of his own medicine. But will the news phase Willow? Fans can tell she hasn't been the same since she lost custody of Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos. Something snapped in Willow after the judge awarded Michael Corinthos full custody of the children, and Willow was hospitalized right after the fact. This is also when Willow began targeting Sasha Gilmore's newborn, Daisy Gilmore, which drove the mother and daughter to seek safety outside of Port Charles. Even worse, when Willow was told the news about Sasha and Daisy leaving town, a cringy smile crept up on her face, something that Liesl Obrecht picked up on right away. So, as Willow has been acting completely out of character, will Curtis end up telling her the truth about Nina and Drew, only for her to turn around and go through with the wedding? As Willow's mental health is fragile, she might be in denial after Curtis drops this bombshell. She may accuse the man of lying and decide to walk down the aisle and say her I do's anyway. There's also the chance that Willow marries Drew out of sheer desperation. After all, she does believe that marrying him will help her get her kids back. Then again, there might be another plot twist on the horizon, as some GH viewers believe Willow is suffering from dissociative identity disorder. As such, one of her other personalities could take over after she hears the news, where she surprisingly ends up marrying Drew, regardless of what she's learned. General Hospital spoilers imply that there will be plenty of shockers surrounding Drew and Willow's wedding, so fans need to stay tuned to the ABC soap to see how things play out. On the July 11th episode of General Hospital, fans saw an emotional breakup between Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor. In a tense scene at the Jerome Gallery, Kai admitted to her that he told Drew Kane that Trina's father, Curtis, had found the call girl, Jacinda, allowing Drew to interfere and keep Jacinda from returning to Port Charles. Kai told Trina that he thought he was doing the right thing by informing his new boss, the corrupt congressman, about what was going on to protect himself. But he was caught off guard when Trina got angry at him for betraying her parents, responding by forcefully telling him to leave the gallery and stay away from her. That seemed to be the end of the budding relationship between the brilliant art student and the former quarterback turned congressional intern. But Allie hinted on her social media last week that there may be more to come. On her Instagram account, Allie posted photos of her and Astrup together as part of a photo shoot from professional photographer Brad Everett Young, who regularly works with soap stars. She also tagged photographer Zachariah Schmidt and captioned the post, #photoshoot, #tray, #coming soon. The post showed several Polaroid shots of her, Astrup, and her dog. It also included one old picture of Allie and former General Hospital star Nicholas Alexander Chavez. The post drew numerous comments from General Hospital fans, some who are fans of Trina and Kai's relationship, and others who are Sprina fans who still ship Trina with Spencer and noticed the one shot of Allie and Chavez. Several praised Ali's work in the breakup scene and complimented Astrup, even if they don't like his character's recent behavior. Instagram user Denise0454 commented, "Real life versus GH. I know you guys are friends and cool, but I'm angry at Kai. Takes a few hours to remember it's not real life. Also, you're such an incredible actress, you convinced me to kick him to the curb. Please submit the clip of you breaking up with him for Emmy consideration." Fellow user Sophie Dunphy 2004 said, "Love the two of you together and the storyline is great." Instagram user Diamondware3 said, "Kai is not the one for Trina. Sprina forever," while Leschers added, "No notes, all black excellence." Kai isn't going anywhere, as evidenced by Astrup posting a photo of his dressing room door in the General Hospital studio on June 13th. Allie, who has been on General Hospital since 2022, commented on that post, "Celebrate," while Matheson said, "Yes," and Rory Gibson commented, "Neighbors." It remains to be seen what happens next with Kai, and if the breakup between he and Trina is permanent. The timing sets up Kai for a chance at redemption for siding with his boss, Drew. With Drew preparing to marry Willow Tate, getting set to risk her job by giving in to Drew's blackmail, Kai could find an opportunity to help Trina's family this week. He could see how corrupt Drew is and turn against him before the wedding, which may let Trina consider forgiving him. After weeks of speculation about who Kelly Thiebaud would be playing on General Hospital, the actress has finally revealed she is back as her longtime messy character, Dr. Britt Westbourne. When we last saw Britt, we thought she had taken her last breath in the arms of her mother, Dr. Liesel Obrecht. She had already been diagnosed with Huntington's disease and thought she would die a painful and slow death, but then she rescued Jocelyn Jacks from the Hook serial killer and got hooked for her efforts. Britt hadn't even realized she'd been nicked until later, when she suddenly had trouble breathing and knew that the Hook's poison was coursing through her veins. She then lay down in Liesel's arms aboard the Haunted Star and passed away. Or so we thought. While Thiebaud did not reveal how Britt survived both the poison hook and Huntington's disease, she did tell TV Insider that her character is not a doppelganger or long-lost twin. Instead, she is indeed playing Liesel's beloved Britta. "I feel so lucky to have a character that I really enjoy playing," she said. "I definitely missed her." Thiebaud was thrilled that the first character to see Britt alive was Jason, although he wondered if his eyes were playing tricks on him. The actress is excited to delve into the Jason and Britt relationship again, one that was cut short when Burton exited the show in the fall of 2021. That was heartbreaking when that pairing got separated and could no longer continue on the road that they were going on, Thiebaud admitted. "It felt like I finally found someone that I could really grow with on the show, and I was so excited for it. So hopefully, that continues." With Jason talking about Britt a lot lately, especially to Rocco, who wants to know as much about the woman who carried him in her womb as possible, it's clear that General Hospital wants to give Jason and Britt another go. "As far as story goes, obviously, I want Britt and Jason to get back together," she said. "I'm very much excited to pick up where we left off, to continue to grow as an actor, take the lessons and the experiences I've been through, and be better and be more present in my work. Be more present on set with people that work so hard to put the show together. That's just really what I'm focused on." General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, July 23rd, reveal that Willow Tate will defend dirty Drew Kane, while Carly Spencer reacts to Jason Morgan's potential Britt Westbourne sighting. For starters, Jason will sit down with Carly and admit he thought he saw Britt, so she'll reel over the news and wonder where it happened. After Jason updates Carly on what he saw at the Paris airport, Carly may brush it off as a random woman who simply resembled Britt. After all, everyone in Port Charles believes Britt faced a grim fate at Heather Weber's hands, so Carly might act like there's no way he saw Britt. That said, plenty of other PC residents have managed to come back from the dead, even when it looked impossible. Regardless, Jason won't be able to shake the feeling that there's something more going on here. Next, Nina Reeves will corner Drew so they can discuss how someone was targeting Michael Corinthos and Sasha Gilmore Corbin's baby, which drove Sasha and Daisy Gilmore out of town. Nina may wonder if Drew had anything to do with that, considering what he's capable of. Drew will deny it, but Nina could think back to Willow's behavior after she found out Sasha left Port Charles with Daisy and get suspicious of her next. Willow was obviously glad to see Michael get separated from his child, so some troubling warning signs are bubbling up here. Nina will rip into Drew for being a bad influence, but he'll make it clear that the wedding is moving forward anyway. At GH, Portia Robinson just came clean to Willow about Drew blackmailing her and ordering her to alter Michael's blood work to make him seem like an opioid addict. Willow was taken aback over that shocker, but she'll rush to Drew's defense soon enough. As far as Willow's concerned, Drew will be doing whatever it takes to get her children back for her. "Michael didn't fight fair. Why should I?" Willow asks angrily in Wednesday's preview video. Over with ADA Justine Turner, she'll ask Gen Z Sidwell if he believes Marco Rios could be in danger. While Turner grills Sidwell about Marco's abduction and Sonny Corinthos' involvement, Dante Falconeri will have questions for Sonny too. However, Sonny will insist this is definitely a conversation that they don't want to have. There are certain topics that have to be off-limits when it comes to the mob boss and his detective son, so Sonny will warn Dante about that. As for Lucas Jones, he'll head to the address that was just delivered to him. Lucas will bang on the door and ask if Marco's in there before using the key he was given to unlock the door. It looks like Lucas will come to Marco's rescue following Sonny and Sidwell's deal, but he'll remain furious that Marco had to go through this at all. Finally, Dante and Lulu Spencer will deal with some alarm bells on Wednesday's show, so they might find out Rocco Falconeri met with Liesl Obrecht without their knowledge. General Hospital spoilers for the week of July 28th to August 1st reveal that Nina Reeves will face some mother-daughter horror while fans see the next step in the Britt Westbourne mystery story. Multiple revenge plots will also kick off, so there'll be a lot happening on the ABC soap. After Willow presumably finds out about Nina and Drew Kane sleeping together while she was falling for Drew, the aftermath is sure to be explosive. Nina should face her worst mother-daughter nightmare once Willow blasts her mom over this buried secret. Although Nina will try to salvage the bond they've built, Willow may feel it's broken beyond repair. Despite Drew's efforts to talk his way out of trouble, there's no guarantee it'll work this time around. Will Willow decide to bolt following all the wedding mayhem and leave Drew at the altar? Isaiah Gannon is headed to his cabin, so there must be an explanation for why the show keeps bringing up his escape from the city. The timing is interesting, since Isaiah may be shown at this cabin when Willow potentially needs somewhere to run. Whether Willow ends up at that cabin or not, GH spoilers suggest she'll need some time to think after all the wedding chaos erupts. If Drew's marriage fails, you can bet he'll carry out some twisted revenge plots. Since it seems Curtis Ashford will be to blame for blabbing to Willow, he may land at the top of Drew's payback list. Portia Robinson and even Nina could face Drew's wrath as well. So stay tuned for updates on all the vengeful drama as well. Speaking of vengeful drama, Jen Sidwell won't let Sonny Corinthos get away with the whole Marco Rios kidnapping ordeal. Sidwell had to go along with Sonny's demands to score Marco's freedom, but he'll eventually retaliate. Sonny had better prepare for things to escalate, and that means more danger could be looming for his loved ones too. Over with Ava Jerome and Cody Bell, things may become increasingly complicated between them. What started out as Cody's seduction scheme for Christina Corinthos Davis is morphing into something else now that Cody's feelings are growing. Ava doesn't know about Cody's secret plan, but she's definitely feeling pulled in Cody's direction. The more Rick Lansing focuses on Elizabeth Baldwin, the easier it'll be for Ava to let herself get swept up in something with Cody. As for Jason Morgan, he'll have to figure out his next step when it comes to the Britt mystery. General Hospital spoilers hint that Willow Tate and Isaiah Gannon could have some cabin passion in their future. Will this runaway bride find comfort in Isaiah's arms, and maybe even in his bed? There have been multiple discussions lately about Isaiah's Money Pit cabin, which was a gift from Lucky Spencer. Isaiah is looking forward to turning it into the perfect getaway destination, but there's still plenty of work to be done. In fact, Isaiah mentioned that he'd have to miss Willow and Drew Kane's wedding because he's got meetings with contractors. Rescheduling would push the work back, so Isaiah said he was going to head to the cabin after his shift instead of sticking around for the nuptials. There must be a reason why Isaiah's cabin has been brought up so many times, especially now that the marriage ceremony is almost here. Willow knows all about Isaiah's cabin since he talked about the expensive renovations he was doing there. Of course, GH fans know Isaiah and Willow have formed a strong bond as pals in recent months. We could certainly picture Willow and Isaiah stepping out of the friend zone depending on where the storyline goes next. Since Willow's world is about to come crashing down at her wedding, we should consider what she might do in the aftermath. After Willow presumably finds out Drew and Nina Reeves have been hiding their former hookups all this time, she may unleash her fury and ultimately dash right out of the church. This could turn into a runaway bride situation, so where will Willow go if that's the case? Could Willow find herself at Isaiah's cabin and seek refuge with him there? It just seems significant that Isaiah is bailing on the wedding to head to his cabin right before Willow's going to need an escape. If Willow and Isaiah do end up spending time at the cabin together, could some passion break out between them? Isaiah might be wary of taking advantage of Willow when she's vulnerable, but she could ask him to help her forget her pain for a while. Willow might insist Isaiah is a genuinely good guy, unlike the fraud she fell for when she chose Drew. It's easy to see why Willow would be drawn to Isaiah in her time of need. General Hospital spoilers update for Wednesday, July 23rd, reveals that Nina Reeves and Drew Kane will face off while Willow Tate makes a move that shocks Portia Robinson. Sonny Corinthos will also stonewall Dante Falconeri. So here's what GH fans can look forward to. At the PCPD, Dante will quiz Sonny about the kidnapping accusations he's facing and this whole mess with Jen Sidwell, but Sonny will refuse to discuss any of it. This is one of those times when Sonny has to keep his criminal world separate from the cop world that Dante lives in. Dante will face another unpleasant surprise on Wednesday as well, so that may involve Rocco Falconeri's new bond with Liesl Obrecht. Both Dante and Lulu Spencer receive disturbing news, so they may see Rocco meeting with Liesl again, or perhaps just hear their son's confession. As for Jason Morgan, he'll open up to Carly Spencer about thinking he spotted Britt Westbourne at the airport in Paris. Even if Carly doubts that's possible, Jason will be weirded out about it and won't be able to rest until he gets more information. Over with ADA Justine Turner, she'll grill Sidwell about Marco Rios's dangerous situation. However, Marco should be free soon since Sidwell's willing to go along with Sonny's demands, at least for now. Lucas Jones was sent an address and a key, so it looks like he's got everything he needs to come to Marco's rescue. After Lucas pounds on the door of the room Marco's stuck in, he'll ask if Marco's inside. Marco was bound and gagged the last time fans saw him, so he may have a hard time answering if the gag's still in. Nevertheless, Lucas seems poised to unlock that door and grant Marco the freedom he's been waiting for. At GH, Willow will respond to Portia's admission. Portia just blabbed about Drew blackmailing her into falsifying Michael Corinthos' medical records since he wanted Michael to look addicted to drugs. Now that Portia is done playing by Drew's rules, she'll encourage Willow to figure out her own path and stop this wedding. Willow will go all in on her nuptials instead, and even defend Drew's actions. Since Willow's willing to do whatever's necessary to get her children back, she'll support Drew's mentality. Willow won't see why she shouldn't get down in the mud with Michael since she believes he got down there first. Since Willow will insist on going ahead with the marriage ceremony, that move will throw Portia for a loop. Willow's unsettling behavior will get even worse and leave Portia realizing just how tight Drew's grip is. Next, Nina will launch a showdown with Drew, so that'll bring some clashing over Daisy Gilmore being targeted and run out of town with Sasha Gilmore Corbin. If Nina grills Drew about his possible involvement, he'll insist he's innocent. Even so, no one could blame Nina for thinking the worst of Drew after all the horrible things he's done. Will Nina eventually consider the possibility that Willow could have been the baby stalker instead? Willow's indeed to blame for driving Sasha and Daisy away, so we'll see how long it might take Nina to figure that out. General Hospital spoilers report Port Chuck is no stranger to wedding day disasters. And this week, Willow Corinthos' upcoming nuptials to Congressman Drew Quartermaine have fans bracing for chaos. With their big day looming, whispers of Drew's dark schemes threaten to unravel everything. From lying to wily Corinthos about Michael Corinthos abandoning him for Daisy Corinthos Gilmore to faking drug tests to paint Michael as an addict, Drew's manipulations could crash the ceremony. Fans are drawing parallels to Curtis Ashford and Portia Robinson's Valentine's Day 2024 wedding disaster, now compounded by fresh deceit. Will Willow and Drew's love survive, or are fans right to hope for a quick split? Get ready for a week of drama that'll keep you hooked. Willow is all in for Drew, but his shady moves have fans sick to their stomachs. Drew told Wiley that Michael didn't want him now that Daisy was born, crushing the boy's trust. Now, he's rigging drug tests to make Michael look like an addict in court, locking in Willow's loyalty. As the wedding looms, could these betrayals spill out, turning their vows into a showdown? Fans see echoes of another Port Charles couple's infamous wedding, hinting at trouble ahead. Curtis and Portia's Valentine's Day 2024 wedding went down in flames when it came out that Portia hid that Trina Robinson was Curtis's daughter, letting Marcus Taggart believe he was her dad. They've clung on since, but Portia's new lies, tied to a blackmail scheme with Drew Quartermaine, are pushing Curtis to the edge. Their marriage is cracking, and fans fear it's nearing the end. With Drew's own deceptions mirroring Portia's past and present betrayals, Willow's wedding day could follow the same path, where secrets stole the show and left love in tatters. As we race toward Willow and Drew's wedding, the tension is thick across town. Will Nina Reeves, always sniffing out drama, expose Drew's lies about Michael before the I-do's? Or could Carly Spencer, always keeping an ear to the ground, stumble upon the truth? Curtis and Portia's marriage survived their wedding fallout, but is now crumbling under her newfound mistruths, and fans hope Willow won't endure a year of Drew's lies before breaking free. Stay tuned for more GH news and spoilers to see if Drew's schemes derail the wedding, or if Willow walks down the aisle blind to the betrayal. What do you think, fans? Will Drew and Willow crash like Curtis and Portia? Share your thoughts below. In the high-pressure world of Port Charles, Dr. Portia Robinson is fighting back. Recent spoilers indicate that Drew Kane's campaign of blackmail, designed to force Portia into falsifying Michael Corinthos' medical records, may be about to spectacularly backfire. Cornered and desperate to protect her career and family, Portia is delving deep into the one place she might find leverage, Drew's own complicated past. Her investigation leads her back to Drew's extensive medical file, a complex dossier she once reviewed as a professional courtesy. This time, however, she isn't just skimming. Spoilers suggest Portia is conducting a meticulous re-examination of the records from Drew's time as the amnesiac Jake Doe. This was a shadowy period in his life, marked by the sinister manipulations of Helena Cassadine. While her initial review raised no alarms, the current threat has given her a new critical perspective. The pivotal discovery may lie in a glaring inconsistency that a physician like Portia would immediately recognize. Rumors point to a mismatch in blood work between the original Jake Doe file and a more recent test conducted after Drew's release from prison. This isn't a simple clerical error, it's a biological impossibility. Blood types are immutable traits, fixed from birth. A discrepancy of this nature could only point to one shocking conclusion. The man currently known as Drew Kane may not be the same person who was once Jake Doe. This finding could explain the stark behavioral shifts, the once principled Navy SEAL now driven by ruthless corporate ambition. Armed with this explosive truth, Portia is poised for a dramatic confrontation. Spoilers tease a tense showdown where she turns the tables on her blackmailer. When Drew issues his threats, expecting her to fold, Portia will counter with her ace in the hole, irrefutable proof that he is a fraud. She will make it clear that if he proceeds with his scheme, she will expose his deception to everyone, from the Quartermains to the Corinthos family. This revelation could send shockwaves through Port Charles, invalidating Drew's claims on ELQ, shattering his relationship with Sam, and forcing Jason to re-examine the history of the twin he thought he knew. Drew, his carefully constructed identity shattered, would be forced to retreat, leaving Portia in control. But the mystery would linger, promising more twists to come. The question then becomes, if the man parading as Drew Kane is a fraud, who is he really? General Hospital fans, we have got a new leak about 4 huge deaths coming to the soap, including Monica Quartermain and 3 more tragedies. These come from a very reliable source, and we'll get into all that for you. I'll tell you about the leak, who's supposed to die, and what is next for the loved ones they leave behind in Port Charles. All right, just real quick, I want to talk about the reliability of this leaker. They are the source behind our recent videos about Tristan Rogers coming back as Robert Scorpio for a couple of episodes to facilitate Sophia Matson's exit as Sasha Gilmore when she left with baby Daisy. That panned out. They're also the source that spilled that Kirsten Storms was on a leave of absence from General Hospital as Maxie Jones because she had moved to Nashville. That happened, and they also included some bonus info about the new Home and Heart segment, which was so awkward, by the way, but that manifested. And this also the same source that revealed Natalia Rogers Ramirez's death a couple of weeks before it happened. So when this source says 4 huge deaths are coming to GH, I tend to think it's probably going to happen, but bear in mind it's a leak. Call it a rumor if you want. This is definitely not a confirmed spoiler, but the source is reliable. So I'm going to share it with you. So the first death is one we've been expecting ever since we reported that Leslie Charleson sadly passed away on January 12th, 2025. She played Monica Quartermain for almost 50 years. I remember her having that fling with Ned Quartermain way back in the day when I was a kid, first watching with my big sister and loved her from the start. And we know that, obviously once Leslie passed away, General Hospital would have to write out Monica eventually. But it's been more than 7 months since she passed, and we've been getting off-screen mentions of her for a couple of years, even before that, because the actress was in ill health. Leslie Charleson hadn't been on, was it like 2022, 2023? It's been a couple years before since she was, really seen in a significant way. And then she came back for like 2 episodes, I think more recently. It was always about Monica being at a medical conference, things like that. And then after she passed, they changed the off-screen mentions to things more like Monica was sick, because they were obviously laying the groundwork. And of course, Leslie Charleson needs a proper send-off. It is the end of an era, but the General Hospital leaker says that showrunner Frank Valentini wanted to get some things done first. With Michael Corinthos gone, Frank reportedly wanted Rory Gibson to settle in as the Michael recast. And then there was a beloved character return that they wanted back before honoring Leslie Charleson as Monica. Now, I'm guessing that beloved return may have been Kelly Thiebaud, who is back. Her character is still unclear, but what is clear is she is a Britt lookalike based on Jason Morgan's reaction in recent episodes, so Monica's character death and on-screen tribute to Leslie Charleson is in the works reportedly. And the other possibility for the beloved return might be about another soap star, not a GH star, but another ABC soap star. There's chatter going around that Erica Slezak might play Monica's sister as part of this tragic death storyline and exit. We know Erica is set for an arc on General Hospital this fall, and that is coming up quite soon. And as sad as it is, I am looking forward to seeing how they write Monica's final moments and whether Erica is part of that. No matter what they do, it is sure to be a beautiful tribute to Leslie Charleson and to Monica Quartermain. So get your tissues ready. The second death that was mentioned by the leaker is another legendary actress from GH that passed away. Denise Alexander died on March 5th of this year. And of course, she played Leslie Weber starting in 1965 up until her final episode in 2001. So, Laura Spencer's mom, Leslie, will also reportedly be getting a character death. And the leaker said that Leslie's passing will reopen a Cassadine character door. And that has me wondering if it could be Nicholas Cassadine, who's back for his grandmother Leslie's exit and funeral. Right now, Nicholas remains behind bars, but maybe he'll be out soon and return to the canvas. Whether it's Adam Huss, who we last saw in the role, or Marcus Coloma coming back, or somebody new if they plan for him to stick around. Most of the other Cassadines are dead and gone. Although, I do think it'd be great if it was Spencer Cassadine back from the dead. But if they did that, I'm guessing it'd be a recast, because Nicholas Chavez is so busy these days. Lots of fans would love that. I would love it, especially since Trina Robinson just dumped Kai, and she and Spencer had great chemistry. We'll see. The third death the leaker teased is a surprising one, Jack Brennan, and his cause of death is not ill health. It's extensive WSB storyline rewrites, reportedly. And we already, had the Brennan recast, and we lost fan favorite Charles Majour, and they brought in Chris McKenna, who I do like. I've liked him in other things, and he is working his way into fans' hearts. And then he's going to be dead and gone. So, I wonder what's going to happen, how Brennan dies, and what kind of ripple effect it will cause through Port Charles. And of course, Carly Corinthos Spencer would be heartbroken. They seem to be getting closer to saying, "I love you" every day that goes by. The question is, why and how would Brennan die? For one, there were explosives used to bomb Sonny Corinthos' penthouse, generally accessible by intelligence operatives. So, could be that Brennan turns out to be the bomber, and Sonny, or Jason, kills him. Carly Corinthos Spencer would have conflicting emotions because part of her would be angry with Sonny or Jason for killing her boyfriend. But the ruthless part of Carly would want vengeance for Michael. So, that begs the question though, once Brennan is gone, will Vaughn stick around and take his place? Will the hunky younger guy be the new Port Charles WSB boss working alongside Jocelyn Jacks? Or does killing off Jack Brennan mean killing off the WSB storyline altogether on General Hospital? At some point, Jocelyn is going to be exposed as a WSB operative, I'm certain, because Anna Devane and Dante Falconeri are pretty sure she's an agent, and they're considering what to do about it. Anna and Dante want to pull her out. Get her out of it, because they know the kind of damage being an agent can do to you. Last but not least, the leaker said there is a fourth major character death coming, but they said this one is heavily under wraps. So, I wonder who it would be. I mean, could be Sidwell, could be Marco, if they're kind of cleaning house of newer characters since they already killed Natalia, and Blaze is gone. I know a lot of fans would be super excited if Drew Kane Quartermain was pushing up daisies, but that seems like a long shot. So, we'll have to wait and see. I'll keep an eye out for more hints about who might be the fourth character to go. That's it. So, according to the reliable leaker, it's Monica Quartermain, Leslie Weber, and Brennan that will be getting character deaths, plus a high-profile, mysterious fourth person, all set to die between now and winter. And again, these are leaks, not a rumor, not a confirmed spoiler, but the track record's solid. So, we'll see how it goes. General Hospital spoilers for the week of July 21st to 25 suggest some truth bombs are about to explode in Port Charles, as Willow Tate and Drew Kane are on the cusp of saying, "I do." While Drillo will prep for the wedding no one wants to see, will the couple end up saying their vows? Or will a secret be exposed, be the end of this romance? General Hospital spoilers imply that someone will tell Willow about Drew's affair with her mother, Nina Reeves. While Nina herself has tried to confess on multiple occasions, the words just never came out. The ABC soap just dropped its weekly preview, and from the looks of it, someone will tell Willow about Drew and Nina. However, will it be Curtis Ashford or her mom? GH fans got a sense that Curtis was pondering the idea of exposing Drew, once and for all, during the week of July 14th to 18. In a scene with Nina last week, viewers could sense the wheels were turning in Curtis's head as he talked about her affair with Drew. With that said, a scene during the preview also teases that Nina may be the one to spill the beans and save her daughter from making one of the biggest mistakes of her life. During the GH promo for the week of July 21st to 25, a clip is shown where Curtis is telling Portia Robinson that, "I'm going to fight to save you, even if it means betraying a friend. There's even a scene of Curtis entering Willow's bridal suite as she prepares to say, "I do." With that said, GH is infamous for swerving fans with these previews, so it's important to point out another clip. As the weekly video progresses, Nina is dressed for the wedding, seemingly before the ceremony, and she's irate as she tells Ava Jerome that she cannot stand by and let this go on any longer. If Drew pushes Nina's buttons before his nuptials, it could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. As the preview closes, Scout Quartermain walks down the aisle, as Drew watches on with a smile. However, there's no Willow in sight behind the little girl. Will Willow learn the truth and become a runaway bride, or does she walk down that aisle and confront Drew in front of everyone? General Hospital spoilers tease that Jack Brennan is playing a dangerous game with Carly Spencer and her daughter Jocelyn Jax. No, he's not sleeping with both of them, but his double dealing is just as spicy. And when he gets caught, all of PC will be rocked. Is he about to do an end around before his secret is exposed? Here's what to know, GH fans. In the Monday, July 21st episode, Brennan pops a bottle of bubbly at the Metro Court pool with Carly. She wants to know what they're celebrating, and Sneaky Brennan says he needs no reason to celebrate her. In the end, they discuss their wonderful future and marvel at how committed they are to one another. What could go wrong? Does Brennan have marriage on the mind? Their interactions at the pool are the kind of lovey-dovey that suggest he could propose soon, and that would dig him a deeper hole since he's keeping his employment of Joss at the WSB a huge secret. Carly hates secrets. We suspect the timings of this ramp up in affection for Barley, since Anna Devane and Dante Falconeri now know that Jocelyn has WSB involvement via Vaughn. In the July 18th EP, Anna grilled Carly about Vaughn and told her about Joss's Cyrus Renaud fixation. Carly still doesn't know that Joss killed him, with Brennan knowing all about it. In fact, Brennan breadcrumbed Joss straight to Cyrus, and after the dirty work was done, offered her a job as a WSB agent. When Carly finds all of this backstory out, she will morph into Snarly. So it's imperative that Brennan move things along before this happens, and his hide is chewed to bits. Tell us what you think, GH fans. Will Brennan propose to Carly soon, thereby complicating the dynamic of his life? And if so, do you feel sorry for Carly, the same woman who came to PC to seduce her mom's husband? What we do know is that General Hospital spoilers indicate that Joss and Carly's worlds are about to blown sky high, and you don't want to miss a single minute of the red-hot action. General Hospital spoilers suggest that Sasha Gilmore is currently living at her best life, outside of Port Charles, as Sophia Matson departed from the ABC soap. With that said, could this open a door for her to head to another soapy destination? Daytime drama fans have been speculating on social media that Sophia Matson could head to Days of Our Lives. After all, with Billy Flynn out as Chad DiMera and the young and the restless Connor Floyd in as the new Chad, could Duel try to recreate some Days super couple magic by recasting Matson as Abigail DiMera? Fans have missed Chabby. Then again, some Duel fans also threw out the idea of Matson playing Joy Wesley as the young woman exited the soap, very pregnant. However, keeping her baby a secret from bio-dad, Alex Kyriakis, how shocking would it be if she returned with a new face? There's also Claire Brady, who was last played by Isabella Durant, and fans know that Matson could offer a unique spin on this legacy character. Then again, another Days viewer on social media suggests that Sloane Peterson returned to town to cause chaos, and Matson could play the bad girl just as well as she's played a nice one. Having said that, Salem may not be the only soapy town Sophia could head to. There's always the land of Genoa City, where some Y&R fans on social media have suggested she could play the Summer Newman recast and have the legacy character return from Italy. Meanwhile, the other two CBS soaps could always use the star power that Sophia has, as Matson could easily ease into the world of fashion or the land of Fairmont Crest. During a recent TV Insider interview, Matson hinted that she has some projects lined up, but remained hush-hush about them, so only time will tell. Do you already miss Sasha? Comment below. Watch your favorite ABC soap daily, and check out this site often for the best General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.